Yeah, my name is Joseph S. Simco, and I was born December the 18th, 1929. I grew up in Mountainburg, Arkansas. I was one of 7 kids, and all 7 was born in the house. And the doctor had to come from about 15 to 25 miles, depending this Mulberry, Alma, to get to Mountainburg to deliver us. And I was next to the youngest one. My dad was named Thomas Simco, and Mama named Iva Pearl. He ran a grocery store during the Depression and lost everything he had. Mama was put a stop to borrowing any more money in order to save the farm. She was a hard worker and very smart. In fact, Benny, she ran the farm. She loved to read about, farming, and then she would read every medical book she could get. Oh, my mother was a super cook. Oh, I tell you what, she can best make biscuits and gravy, bacon. Daddy did all the smoking, and you talk about good smoked bacon, sausage and stuff. Mama wasn't a strong churchgoer, but she was a Christian. She lived by helping people. She never turned down anything. Hobos at that time, they come and they always knew to come to Mama's house to get something. She'd always fix them a little meal to eat. And we had plenty of food, because most of it, we canned food in half-gallon jars. And we had fruit, trees, apples, peaches, and all that kind. We had muscadine grapes, we had everything. Well, I just missed World War II for about 4 or 5 years. I came in one day and they said, get your bag ready, you're shipping out tomorrow. So I had to go to the Air Force Base, which was halfway between Atlantic and Pacific side. Panama City is on the Pacific side. I was over Coulon. I tried to be the best there was. I didn't want to go to brig or anything. I treated it as a job that had to be done because I loved the good old USA. And I knew what my brother sacrificed. 2 of them. One lost his life and one was injured severely, Well, I just hope we wouldn't have to have any more. It's a terrible thing to be in war. We were doing between Yale County and Pope County, we were doing a joint thing on Peter Calf sale. And the county agent said, I got a blonde-headed girl. Secretary over there, you need to meet Joe. So I don't have a way, but they had the county fair, so I went and met him that day. We got up and rode the Ferris wheel. Went around, the old boy stopped it, I said, here's a quarter, do it, take me another ride. So we went around and I took her home. And I started, phone that time, I had to go get a payphone to call her, but I always called her, tried to catch her. We made a thing, I said, I'll try to call you. You're gonna call, be noon hour. I proposed to her that first year, and we got married in August. Well, it was one of the most lovable times of my lifetime, along with the 2 kids. I always said she did a wonderful job. She loved people. And I've had a lot of people, Glenn one of them, and a lot of people said, I heard her never say anything bad to anybody. We was a decent person, we was Christians. Wasn't perfect, and I didn't ever see a Christian that's perfect, so we was along with the class, but we knew one thing, that the guy that we worshiped, believed in, went to the cross. He died for us. Took, for our sins. And one thing he loved us all. He made a place for us. And I always said love is one of the most important words in the Bible. And love never dies, I always remember. And we had, Granny and I, we had a lot of love for each other. And all during that 60-some years, it never died. I tell you what, it never died. And I believe it's got stronger. I don't know what she's doing, but I know one thing. boy, I look at pictures at night and I tell you, I love you, you know. How did I find you, you know? It was a blessing. I found somebody as nice as she was. She's a strong lady. She loved every one of them girls. I tell you, these two daughters, and they show it. And my daughter know what love is. Boy, they express it to Daddy. And you know, I tell you, when Granny was on her deathbed, and they said I had signed that paper, and we'd already expressed years ago that we got to this stage, either one of us, we didn't want to linger. And I signed the paper. It was getting pretty close to the end, but while I was gone, she said, told Debbie, said, well, I know I can't get well, and I'm ready to go, but what about Pawpaw? Debbie said, don't worry about Pawpaw, we'll take care of Pawpaw. She always thinking about somebody else right at the very end. And then I want to thank Donna and Debbie, what sweet girls they are, what they've done for me. Not only during I lost my loved one, Jenna, but I want to tell you, those two girls, they got a lot of my wife's habit and love. And I couldn't have married anybody that I would love more than Jenna. Still love her. And all you grandkids, you boys and daughter, I love you all very much and proud of all of you, what you amounted to. And I know that the guy upstairs love you all too for the love you have for him. So keep the good work up. And all of you remember this, that love never dies.